Welcome back to Falcon Figures, where today, even though it's been a while since my last one, I'm going to be opening up my latest WWF Hasbro Facebook raffle win.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
So this one comes from a group that is actually a US-based group on Facebook. Does exactly what it says in the tin. The name of the group is WWF WWE MOC, MOC, Hasbro Collectors. So no fancy gimmicks, no slogans, just exactly what it says it is. It's a WWF Hasbro Collectors community. I think, as far as I'm aware, it's just one guy that acts as admin in that group, a guy called John Salonis, who seems to be a fairly knowledgeable guy in terms of Hasbro figure collecting. He always seems to have cool figures, always seems to have rare figures that are hard to get. And I hear a lot of people mention him that whenever someone's looking for something, a lot of people say, have you asked John Salonis? So, yeah, pretty decent guy. As I say, I think it's just him that runs the group. But yeah, US based. So this is actually my second win from this group. It's the first time that this group has been mentioned on my YouTube channel. Story because the last time I won Hasbro in one of John's raffles, there was a bit of issues with it. It got held up at customs. I had to pay like an import duty on it, and then it got moved from one mail centre to another mail centre. And by the time I actually got it, physically had the package, I couldn't bring it home and set the camera up. I just ripped it open in the car to check it was okay. So I didn't actually get around to making a video about it, but I promised them that I would for the next prize that I won in his group, and this is it. So without any further ado, let's crack it open, have a look. There's like 4 layers of tape or something on that. Well, taped up pretty well, at least, John, well done. So this was, as I say, John raffles off like some really rare figures sometimes. I mean, he runs events fairly regularly, and usually they're like premium, super premium, that kind of stuff. This was one of the kind of lower end events he was running. But that said, this is a decent fig. Like, this is, it wasn't. I mean, he usually raffles off like green cards and Andre the Giants and Demolition tag teams and that kind of stuff. And there was nobody like that in this raffle. But the figure that I've got is still, for being like, is kind of is lower standard, lower tier, if you like, of raffles. I think I've got a pretty good figure of this, and that is this guy right here. So this is a Series 1, one of the originals, one of the OGs, Series 1, $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. Now, John did say, because there was a few different prices to pick from, and he did say, the card is not perfect on this, but it doesn't look too bad. You can see there's a crease in the top corner, but for Series 1 figures, expectations aren't great in terms of condition because they're so old now. They've been around for so long, and it's so difficult to get a really, really nice one. So this actually looks like it's as good as you could hope for, really, for a Series 1. As I say, it does have that crease along the top, but man, that's a pretty decent card. That's a good figure. Good price. Just having a wee look at that. It's just a bit of, like a little bit of dirt or something that's on the bubble. I thought it was a wee crack, but no, there's no crack or damage to the bubble. Card is, what do you maybe give that? 7.5, 8 out of 10. Decent card, but as always, because I say I've won a prize with them before, they always come in these ringside collectible figure defenders, which are awesome. They're like proper heavy duty. Just having that on its own is worth it. But yeah, so hopefully, as I say, it's been a few weeks since I've won anything on any Facebook raffles. Hopefully, now that this one's in the bag, that will open the floodgates, and I might get a few more. But yeah, even if I don't win anything for the next little while, that's a decent price to keep me going at least. So prizes, plans for this even. I have $1 Million Man. I have him loose. I have all his sort of incarnations loose, and I've got this new rule that I'm trying to keep to, where I'm only allowed to have 5 mint on card Hasbro's. So I got rid of a lot of mine recently. I sold them to a few other different people, and I'm allowed. My new rule is that I'm allowed to collect the entire collection loose, mint loose, so I can take anybody I like off card. But I can only keep 5 mint on card, and I've stripped myself right back. I currently only have one. The only one I've got left is a 123 kid. So Ted will be one of my 5 for the time being. But he's not long term. He's not one of the 5 that I want to have, and that coupled with the fact that I know people that are looking for this figure, I think I'm probably going to move him on fairly quickly. But yeah, so my strategy is to just have like 5, and then if I come across one that I want when I've got 5, then I'm going to have to choose one of those 5 to get rid of to buy the one to replace it, kind of thing. Because I think that will kind of keep me in check in terms of how much I spend on figures, and also how much space my collection's taken up as well. So the moment 123 Kid is the only real confirmed member of that 5, but I'm sure it will be on a matter of weeks before the roster gets filled out. So anyway, that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, please drop a comment, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video through social media. Stay safe, and we'll speak soon.